So decoding A are students who are almost non-readers. If it's done well, they can gain 2.5 years and 65 lessons. There's 2 teacher presentation guides and a student workbook. There is no hard textbook for A. Okay? Students are taught to continuously blend, and they do not break between the sounds. This is a huge, huge piece. When you think about your little pumpkins, and they go, you say, listen big. The word is at. And you say, what word? And they say, at. And you're like, let's try it again. At. And they come at. They drop off that initial sound. It's because it's too far removed. When you do a blending, a continuous blend, you're going to get at. Again, at. It sounds a whole lot like the word they're going to say. So that continuous blend is huge. Okay? And we will practice that. We also do not want them breaking between any of the sounds. They also have, when you break between the sounds, we have a tendency to add a schwa. And schwas are bad. They're just really not good for kids that can't read. All right? Most of the signals are visual throughout A. So you're going to do the hand drop. It starts and stops your response. You're also going to do the slide. So if it's up at your book, you're going to slide underneath. Okay? Auditory, snap, tap, click. Whatever makes you happy. Okay? You have a sound pronunciation guide. Some of these sounds throw us off and we don't think about it. My favorite is the R. It is it's very, very round. Okay? It is not is ER. And we hold it. We also have things that are the stop sounds. You will hear me say quick and quiet because that's the language I use with kids. These are quick and quiet sounds. And they go t, b. Okay? They are quick, they're quiet. We do not add the schwa because it's really hard to blend bat when you're going bat because then we have this other sound in there. Okay? You also don't want to have mat as matta. Matta. Because our kiddos will put them together and they think that that's what that is. Okay? This is a huge piece that I'm going to be honest, you're going to struggle with. Because I've even had kids tell me, no, it's and I'm like, no, it's not. So there's continuous sound, there's stop sound. The stop sound, when it's at the beginning of a sound and you're going to continuously blend, you're going to just jump right to the next sound. Okay? Bat is bat. Okay? Bat. Right. So just push to the next sound. Other sounds that are difficult on here, we also have the Q. Okay? Everybody move your lips and stop after quiet. When you're going quiet, where do your lips go? Try it. Okay, it's cool. It's not qua. Quiet. Okay? Cool. This is hard. When we learn a lot of different ways, and we've been drilled to break those apart, and everything gets the same amount, but they don't get the same amount because they are different. So on your sheet there, and in the book, if it has 3, so like the S, there's 3 S's, it's going to go, you're going to hold it for 3 seconds. Okay? If it has 1, that means it's quick and quiet, and it's going to go t. Okay? If that is very, very difficult, the quick and quiet sounds are very difficult for you to break that habit, think in your head that it's an I sound at the end, but don't pronounce it. So, t, because that I sound cuts it off. Okay? But the your mouth opens up. So, t. Okay? But this is what we don't want to hear. T, b. Okay, so it's just t. Okay? Thank you. W. You're going to make that also very round. Okay? So you go, and you just teach. By the time we get there, we've taught them that there's sometimes alternate spellings by the time you put the WH in. You don't teach W one day and 2 days later teach WH. It's like 60 lessons apart. Okay, so that they are down, and then you say, here's another way to spell ooh. Okay, yes?
I could see, I mean, because I've never done it, a child getting confused with the ooh or the OE shoe, and then
Yes.
you're trying to teach them a WH sound. So how do you differentiate
It's
that for a child?
ooh and ooh are not the same. Your tongue goes in a different place. Ooh, it's back. Ooh, and ooh, it pushes on the sides. Okay? I know, like, people are like, ooh. One of my favorite things is have these conversations with speech language pathologists, because they're all like, watch this, watch it, and they get excited when you're like, I want to do this. They're like, okay, let's go. All right? Because you can actually have those conversations about, oh, remember, it feels different in your mouth. Ooh, your tongue's getting fat and going out to the side. Ooh, it's pulling back. We're not going to teach the sounds that are like sounds, or even similar, like B and D. We don't teach them anywhere close to the same. They are 36 lessons apart in this program. Sorry. Okay? So, and you just have those conversations and do that model with them, and they should be okay. So that pronunciation guide we did there, we talked about continuous sounds, stop sounds. We're going to create, whenever you're teaching those sounds, you make sure your focus is very, very clear, and have those conversations about where their mouth's going to be and what it's going to be like. So you might do a lot of things where you're sitting here, you've had kids that you say suck a straw, ooh, and like you physically sometimes have to push your cheeks together. All right? All right, so we're going to start. How this is going to work is I'm going to do a demonstration for you. We're going to talk about it. We're going to analyze it. And then we're going to have an opportunities to practice. And we'll practice in different ways. Okay? So if you would please open to 103. We are going to do exercise 1. Okay? You will be my students. So that means you get to participate. Okay? With our little people, the younger they are, the more the closer you want to get them to you. Okay? So, listen. His glasses had a gold rim. Rim. Say it. Rim. Yes, rim. Next word. If. Say it. If. Yes, if. Next word. M. Say it. M. Yes, M. Next word. Ream. Say it. Ream. Yes, ream. Next word. Ram. Say it. Ram. Yes, ram. Okay. We're just doing the first part of it. Okay. So, what kind of signal was used? Auditory, visual, auditory. And where is the focus going to be? There should be right on me. They have nothing to look at. They have nothing to look at, so it's just right here. All right? So it is an auditory or visual signal, combination probably. And then their focus is going to be right here. Wait time, long or short? Why? You can shout. You have permission to shout out today. All right? Right. So they're repeating. You're giving them the information. They don't have to like transpose it or anything in their head. They do not have the book in front of them at this point in time. Okay. The presentation guide is here. They have no textbook. You have the presentation book. They're not looking at a thing. Whenever it says, so like here it says, do not write the words on a board. This is an oral exercise. Whenever that is in the box, they have nothing to look at. Okay? Except for you. You want them to smile. Okay? 2, 1. Here we go. So we have a visual. No auditory. We're going to say mat. The sounds are mat. Okay? What way do we read? Left to right. If you do this, we are going right to left. Okay? So we want to give them every structure that leads up to the actual reading we possibly can. There is no auditory here. Okay? Mat. Your turn to do the sounds. Thank you for not breaking between those sounds. Here are some of the things that I saw. We had a lot of continuous blending. That is exactly what we need to have happen. Okay? So that it sounds like real words or close to real words so they can put it the fast way. Okay? The reason we break these down So what's the first sound, next sound, last sound? In this exercise is that sometimes kids don't realize at this point in time that words are made up of sounds. They're going, are you for real? Okay. So they sometimes just think it magically happens and they're connected together. So that's why we break it down like that. Okay. Any questions on that exercise? Next part of that is, what about a correction procedure? We talked about we correct every single error. You're going to follow the same pattern. It's going to be my turn, your turn, starting over. Okay. So I'm looking at task B. I'll say the words that have the sound eh. What sound? Yes, eh. Okay. All right, so it says repeat till firm. So if we had the go on, we would repeat it again. Okay. So I'll say the sounds. I'll say words that have the sound eh. What sound? Yes, eh. Listen. It, fit, myth. My turn. Say the word is it. Say it.
It.
Yes, it. Next word. Fit. Say it.
It.
Yes, fit. Next word. Myth. Say it.
Myth.
Yes, myth. What's the middle sound in the word fit? Get ready. Yes, okay. Now we're going to go back and we're going to make an error. I'll say the words that have the sound eh. What sound? Yes, eh. Listen. It. Say it.
It.
Yes, it. Listen. Fit. Say it.
Fit.
My turn. That word is fit. Say it.
Fit.
Yes, fit. It. Say the word it. Get ready.
It.
Yes, it. Next word. Fit. Say it.
Fit.
Yes, fit. Next word. Myth. Say it.
Myth.
Yes, myth. Okay. So what we did is we addressed the error, but you try not to even make that direct contact and say, oh, my turn. Put yourself in there. That word is fit. Everybody. What sound or what word?
Fit.
Yes, fit. And then we went back up to it, just pretending like we planned it 2 weeks ago. Okay. So this exercise 2 is an introduction to sounds. And so they are going to have a page. And you're going to have a page in your book that's much bigger than this and spread, but this is just an example. And I've put it up here. So their focus is going to be right here, wherever you put your finger. Okay? Please remember that your signal starts and stops, and this is a purely visual signal. Okay? Starts and stops. This letter makes the sound. Okay? What sound? All right, and so as soon as you get back over here, we want to have it stopped. Okay? What sound? Yes. And then we're going to go to the next one. So this is the introduction. All of these other ones, they've already had before. Okay? So we don't have to do that clear model of any of the other ones. Okay? Your turn. Say the sounds for each sound that I touch. Ready? What sound? Yes. What sound?
E.
Yes. E. What sound? Yes. What sound? My turn. This sound is eh. What sound? Yes, eh. Remember this one. It's a big one. What sound? My turn. That sound is r. Make it round. Everybody, what sound? Yes, r. Get ready. What sound? Okay. Well, I changed my signal. Why? It's a stop. So if I go like this, it like gives the kids a visual that you should like keep it going forever. It's a quick and quiet sound. It's a stop sound. So you're just going to go D. If this is an issue for kids still, just putting one little dot underneath it as a reminder is a good way to do that. So that you're going to hit the dot and be done. So what sound? Yes, D. What sound? Yes, ah. What sound? Yes, t. What sound? Yes, s. Okay, so we went through there. We have quick and quiet. Keep our signal as a squish underneath. The verification. We've added that verification. One thing you want to make sure is you don't go, what sound? Ah, yes, ah. Don't move on too quick. So when you are verifying, you want to make sure you're still verifying, your focus is still in the same place. Okay. The error correction for this. My turn, that sound is E. Everybody, what sound? E. Yes, E. What sound? Yes, f. What sound? E. Yes, E. What sound? So we just move it backwards, okay? You want to go back at least 3. At least 3. If you can't go back 3, make sure you hit it again on some other time. So if we mess up on the f sound, we're going to come back to it another time. So we're going to individual turns. So you don't have to go in the same order that you went in all the time. You can hopscotch it around to make it kind of fun and exciting. So individual turns, we're going to identify that it's an individual turn, state the task, give the wait time, and call on someone's name. The name always comes after the task has been identified. Okay? So let's think. Individual turns. Kira. Yes. Make sure. Individual turns. Think big. Katie. Or Kate, sorry. Yes. Michelle. Yes, E. Tina. Yes, T. Okay. So we want them to be ready as soon as the signal goes. So everybody is going. Everybody's thinking. What? So everybody's thinking here. Tina. Yes, T. Okay. Keep them all in the hot spot. So, yeah. Thank you for putting your name tags where I can see them. Right. If we have an error come up on an individual turn, you're going to take it back, you're going to do the same procedure, follow the same procedure, but you're going to throw it back to the group first. Okay? Individual turns. Carrie. Yes. Andy. My turn. That sound is. Everybody, what sound? Yes. Andy. Individual turns. Amanda. Yes, individual turns. Leanne. E. Yes, E. Individual turns. Andy. Yes. Individual turns. Christina. Yes, So once you want to go, we gave that delayed test, even on the individual turns, and we try to come back to those people. Here's the thing. Not everybody is going to get a turn every exercise, but everybody will get a turn every day. So when you have that kid, I didn't get an individual turn, you'll get your turn, okay? But just not every exercise.
Okay, so for exercise 3, in that little note on the box, it says, don't write the words on the board. It's an oral exercise. So what kind of signal will we have?
It's going to be all visual.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm just going to start with part 1. So I'm going to get your attention, your eyes up here. And then I'm going to actually get your eyes here because I need to do it this way. So listen. B. Say the sounds in. E. Get ready.
Fee.
Yes. E. Then I'm going to say it fast.
Fee.
Yes. Fee. Okay, what word?
Fee.
Yes, fee. Okay? Listen. If. Say the sounds in. If. Get ready.
If.
Yes. If. Say it fast.
If.
Yes. If. What word?
If.
Yes. If. But you do need to do the verification after you say what word if, so that you're giving them that model again and giving them that confidence that they did get it right. And so you're just being a model. Listen. Fish. Say the sounds in. Fish. Get ready.
Fish.
Yes. Fish. Say it fast.
Fish.
What word? Get ready.
Fish.
Yes, fish.
Mhm.
Okay?
had beautiful blending throughout this room just now. Beautiful blending. I had a question come up. It says, so when it says say it fast in what word, it's the exact same way. You are absolutely right. This is a scaffolding because we have kids that just broke it into pieces, and they will have a likelihood to say, me. And you're like, but that's not how we talk. So we want to teach them say it fast. Say it fast gets phased out pretty quickly so that when we just say what word, it's the exact same. So we want them to feel that it's exactly the same way. So all of these are building up your phonemic awareness. Or not your phonemic awareness, your kids' phonemic awareness, okay? They're figuring out that words are made of parts. Sounds, okay? They don't have to know the letters at this point in time. We hope they do, but we're not asking them to spell anything right now or put that visual representation with it, okay? We are still in Corrective A. The thing is that these programs build on each other, so there's going to be things that are going to be very similar no matter what program you're teaching. The complexity of the task will increase, but the pattern will stay the same. We're going to look at exercise 4. It's on page 104. Okay. Maybe. And we are going to start the sounding out. So we've been doing the blending with no visual for them to look at. Now we're adding in another piece, and we're going to add the visual cues. We read the words the fast way. We're also going to add the fluency procedure that's on page 13 in the packet. Don't forget our individual turns. And our signal changes depending on what part of the task. So make sure that you're very, very aware of that. In your book, you would have something that looked like this. And there's a little circle right here that is called the focus ball. Go figure. We're going to put our finger there because we want kids to focus right there. They do not have anything in front of them. It is all coming out of the presentation guide. They don't have a book right there in front of them. This is one of those times you want to make sure you got them really close. And the lower the levels, the smaller the groups is better. So you must create this focus. Okay? All right. You're going to read each word. First, sound it out, then say it the fast way. Get ready. Sound it out. Eed. Again. Eed. Say it the fast way. Eed. Yes, eed. Okay? You verify at the end when the task is complete. Sound it out. Get ready. Seed. Again. Seed. Say it fast. Seed. Yes, seed. Next word. Sound it out. Seed. Again. Seed. Fast. Say it the fast way. Seed. Yes, seed. Get ready. Sound it out. At. Again. At. Say it the fast way. Yes, at. Get ready. Sound it out. Eat. Again. Eat. Say it the fast way. Eat. Yes, eat. Okay. Okay. So we have our focus ball. We're going like this. We're telling them the direction. That's why all the support is here. The super, super support. We're thinking right here. When we're sounding, we're going to loop under. Okay? And then we're going to tap on this one. When we say it the fast way, boom, boom. Okay? So change the signal because the expectation is different, right? Question comes up, why don't I go like this? Go seed. We teach them that that makes one sound. That's why. Because when they go together, it makes one sound. Okay? Also, when you go underneath like this, it says hold it for 3 seconds. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody why we would do it that way? So what I'll have happen is you'll have kids that will go seed, seam, at, and it's a very drony. We don't want that because that's not how we talk. And when we read it the fast way, we read it like we talk. Okay? So when I read it the fast way, I want you to beat or tie my finger back to the focus ball. Are you ready? So say it the fast way. Seed. Okay? We don't want to beat me because you get seed, and then you don't understand. So it's a tie. All right. Here is the correction procedure for this. So if we're sounding out, so we're going to sound it out. Get ready. My turn. This sound is E. Sound it out. Get ready, Mrs. Henniger. Seed. So get ready, Mrs. Henniger. Seed. Your turn. Sound it out. Get ready. Again, sound it out. Say it the fast way. Get ready.
Seed.
Yes, seed. Okay. So, and if I had words to go above too, we'd go back and run those. Okay? Think about the progression of what we did with the oral activities, and now we've put them in here. They are very, very similar. We've just added another layer. Right? But it takes, so for every error, in order for it to be solid in a kiddo's head, it's like 8 to 12. And then our more at-risk kids, it's even more. So they have to have those exposures. So once you do that verification, my turn, that word is at, your turn, at. Again, you know, they go through that, then they're getting multiple exposures really, really quickly to try to erase it from their head. The correction is a super powerful tool, but you have to be consistent with it and make sure we're not punitive. Okay, so we talked about a signal. In the very beginning, we talked about a signal cannot distract from the academic task. And so one thing, we're going underneath. If you're holding your book like this and you're trying to go over the top, your pen is actually blocking it, so that takes away from the academic task. Okay, so just be very cognizant of, I want kids to do this sound, but if I'm blocking with my pen, it doesn't work. Okay. We are moving on to decoding through the workbook exercises. It is very, very teacher directed. And I'm really just going to let you look at the workbook because it doesn't make a lot of sense for me to go through it all. That is on page 108 and 109. You actually give them instruction throughout their workbook. Okay, so it is not a, hey, go do your workbook, because they can't, because there's blanks and they don't know what to put in the blanks. Okay. Some of the skills are very, very easy. You have kids that are crossing over and matching up. That goes to the idea, a lot of kids cannot take from one side of their body to the other side of their body. They're not crossing that plane. So it's just doing a little bit of that, and also following a line and remembering what they're supposed to be putting on that line. Okay? So look over the exercise on 110. And I would then, so that's what it would look like for students on 110 and 111. The directions are back on 108 and 109. And then you're going to flip to 117. That's what it looks like, 117 and 118 and 19 at the end of the program. So the format is very, very similar. The expectations are different. In the beginning, for lesson 6, you have letters up at the top for them to utilize. There's no support there. But the task is the same. Okay. On 61, they are doing some of those more difficult sounds. You have your SH, your TH. It's all single sound in the very beginning. Okay. And so that's just the progression of the program. Individual checkouts, if you look on 110, they start by having kids read list 3, that exercise 3, independently. But then by the time you get to 60 on 117, they have a little story that they're going to do, and it's this part right here on 6. Okay. So the complexity of the task increase. Yes?
I was just looking on exercise 9 for lesson 61 for the story reading, and then it says you're going to read the story, first word, get ready, and then it says clap for each word.
Yes. When kids struggle, you're going to put in more structure. So when you need, and you're at lesson 6, right?
61.
61?
This is like at the end.
Okay. So if we are not reading fluently, the support, don't tell anybody I'm telling you, if they can go through and they can read it, go for it. If they are still struggling terrible, you're going to give them the support and you're going to adjust the wait time for them. So it's going to be like, first word, what word? And. Next word, what word? Yes, old. And old. Next word, what word? Yes, truck. And old truck. Next word, what word? Yes, did. And old truck did. Next word, what word?
Not.
Yes, not. And old truck did not. Okay, by lesson 61, I really, rarely ever have to do that. Okay, rarely, because we should be solid that we can go through it and they can start to read sentence by sentence, and they should be automatic. If it's not, go back to your clam flap and control the wait time. Okay? In the very beginning, they are just reading one word at a time, so you are giving them that signal because everybody's touching that word. What word? Okay? And the reason you do this is that it's quiet and you can start to fade it very, very quickly. Okay? So that's, once again, that goes completely back to your kids. If they can do it and they're rock stars and they're still doing the exact same task that's expected of them, you're okay. If you change the task, we don't have fidelity. If the task is the same, they're still reading those words the fast way, and they don't need that support, you can take it away. So we're going to look at 61 real fast, and just look at the progression of the program, how far we've come and what we're doing. It's going to feel a lot the same, but the task is going to be higher, more complicated, so you're going to look at 114. It says you're going to read these the fast way. There's not sounding out at this point in time. Okay? So it's automaticity is what we're going for. Okay? The correction procedure is still my turn. We are not read, spell, reading yet. B1, that's the correction procedure. Okay? So my focus is right here on the focus ball. You're going to read these words the fast way. What word?
Next.
My turn. That word is next. Everybody, what word?
Next.
Yes, next. Okay. It was not an academic error. It was because we weren't together is why we readjusted that. Okay? So let's try that again. Ready? First word. What word?
Next.
Yes, next. Next word. What word?
Under.
Yes, under. Next word. What word?
Grabs.
Yes, grabs. Next word. What word?
Of.
Yes, of. Okay. That's the list right there. Once it changes colors, it's another list. This is a lot of text to throw at kids, so it's broken down into chunks, and that's what the colors are for. Okay? So then we're going to add that fluency procedure. Back to the beginning. Ready? First word. What word?
Next.
Yes, next. Next word. What word?
Under.
Yes, under. Next word. What word?
Grabs.
Yes, grabs. Next word. What word?
Of.
My turn. That word is of. Everybody? What word?
Of.
Yes, of. This one's a tricky one. It sounds different than we say it. Okay? Sound it out. Sound it out. You changed the sounds to make the word. No, sound it out the right way. Okay? Sound it out the right way. Get ready. That doesn't make any sense. This word is of. What word?
Of.
It sounds out the funny way. It doesn't sound out right. Are you ready? What? This word is of. What word?
Of.
Yes, of. Sounds out the funny way, but we say it of. What word?
Of.
Yes, of. So this one is one of those words that you're going to go through, and it's not going to, you can do the sounds, but you need to tell them when you sound this out, that strategy doesn't work. First word, what word?
Next.
Yes, next. Next word, what word?
Under.
Yes, under. Next word, what word?
Grabs.
Yes, grabs. Next word. That was our tricky one. What word?
Of.
Yes, of. Starting over. Ready? First word, what word?
Next.
Next.
Under.
Next.
Grabs.
Next.
Of.
Back to the top. Top, down, bottom up. Are you ready to be rock stars? Let's go.
Next. Under. Grabs. Of. Grabs. Under. Next.
Okay. The speed and the wait time shrank to almost nothing. We want it to be automatic, okay? They will get really, really excited about doing top, down, bottom up, or side to side if it's a row. So if we go to then we're going to go to the next list, and you're going to follow the exact same procedure, okay? Then we're going to get to individual turns, okay? So we've gone through, we're awesome. Ready? Individual turns. Amanda.
Under.
Yes, under. Individual turns. Michelle. My turn. That word is of. Everybody. What word?
Of.
Yes, of. Everybody. It doesn't sound out right because we sounded out of. Oh, that doesn't sound right. We know that this word is of. What word?
Of.
Yes, of. Ready? Individual turns. Andre. Yes, next. We've already done this. Individual turns. Tina. Yes, think. Individual turns. Michelle. Yes, of. Individual terms? Christina?
Lost.
Yes, lost. Some questions that came up is, so it says exactly like scripted. So in this case, you do the exact same thing twice in the very beginning of that fluency procedure. Sometimes the task, though, is different. So if you have an underlined part, they're supposed to tell you the underlined part, and then they tell you the whole word. That task is different. That's to follow the script exactly. Then you go back and put it in the reading the fast way. Okay, so that following the script as scripted, following the text as scripted, is essential because sometimes it's different. Okay. So in Decoding A, you move from doing a lot of phonemic awareness and individual sounds all the way into reading fast way, and it's supposed to be building that automaticity of those words. Okay. The checkouts also move from words in isolation to the story reading.